One more step in beating the virus and reopening our economy.
Right now on Up with KREM, reopening Washington 1 year into the pandemic. We detail the changes coming in phase 3 of reopening.
Excitement among high school sports.
We're just so ready to have something similar to what it used to be before the whole pandemic shut us all down.
We hear parents' reactions to the new changes.
Well, this historic legislation is about rebuilding the backbone of this country.
A massive COVID-19 relief bill has been signed. A timeline of how soon you could see another stimulus check.
Warm and sunny as we head into the weekend, but there's an important detail you don't want to forget come Monday morning.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Joshua Robinson, Jeremy Legoo, and Dana Marie McNichol.
On March 22nd, we take one more step in beating the virus and reopening our economy.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Up with KREM. As you heard there, on March 22nd, Washington State will move to phase 3 of reopening. That's about a week and a half away.
Governor Jay Inslee made the announcement saying our effort to stay socially distanced and get people vaccinated has made this possible. Here's what you need to know.
So in phase 3, restaurants, gyms, and shops can open indoors at 50% capacity. 400 people max will be allowed for indoor and outdoor activities. Physical distancing, though, and masks will still be enforced.
Outdoor events in facilities with permanent seating, like stadiums, will have up to 25% capacity for spectators. Everyone in attendance must be physically distanced and wear masks. This applies to pro sports teams, high school sports, and other similar events. And there's also big news for high school and youth sports. Expanded spectator capacity will start on Thursday, March 18th.
Now again, phase 3 begins March 22nd, and after that, counties will be evaluated every 3 weeks. The first evaluation is on April 12th.
Now, local leaders are also responding to these changes, including Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward, who spoke to KREM about moving to phase 3.
It's really important that he heard from those of us in Eastern Washington. And I'll tell you what, I think that a lot of people are very, very thankful that we are going back to an opening by counties and not by region.
Woodward says she and 22 other mayors in Washington's East region sent letters for recommendations on what should be included in the phase 3 plan. The mayor says she's not heard anything yet from Inslee's office about potential phase 4 going forward.
Well, local restaurants are welcoming the new changes. Owners can double their indoor capacity. The owner of Bistango Martini Lounge in Spokane debated even opening at 25%. With it being such a small space, it might have been cost effective to stay closed.
It was really hard. 25% was awful. I mean, it was hard having guests wait outside for a table in the cold, weather. And on rainy days, they just wouldn't wait or sit in the car. It was tough, but we got through it. And as I told you back then, I just got really tired of complaining. And I just said, we're just going to open. I was able to bring back 3 of my employees. So I'm very grateful for that. And with the 50%, I've already called my other employee. So I will be able to bring back 1 more employee.
Well, she says at least 50% capacity allows them to break even.
Now, the Washington Hospitality Association says they're also pleased with the announcement, but representatives are making note that although restaurant and hospitality workers are deemed essential, they do not have access to vaccines yet.
Well, I think the next big step is going to be vaccinations and moving those forward. Restaurant workers and hotel workers are not included in this round of vaccinations. So we're trying to make sure that they are for the next one and move that forward. And that'll be a big step.
Now, the Hospitality Association also released this statement. It reads in part, quote, "We look forward to continuing to provide a safe, highly regulated place for people to gather and help stop the spread of COVID. And we ask that you do your part to keep our team members healthy."
Well, these changes will come a little earlier for Washington high school athletes. Starting next Thursday, March 18th, the capacity for spectators at outdoor sports will expand to 25%. KREM spoke to parents that are so excited to watch their kids from stands.
I am so ready for our sports to be open and to be able to come and see them and bring grandma and grandpas and all of that stuff. We're just so ready to have something similar to what it used to be before the whole pandemic shut us all down, and watch sports and cheer on the boys.
And it's not just high school sports that will have fans return. The Mariners will have 9,000 fans in the stands on opening day, and some Spokane teams will also have fans return as well. So of course, that's why we want to hear from you this morning. What events are you most excited to see again here in Spokane or just in the Inland Northwest? Let us know, 509-448-2000. We're going to be talking about your answers all morning here on Up with KREM. Personally, I'm really excited about seeing those summer concerts at the Pavilion. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Jen, Joshua, Jeremy. Jeremy,
Yes.
This is your first summer in Spokane that you have to look forward to.
Yeah, I have no idea what to expect. You know, as we head into summer, it's like, oh, what is normal?
So even a bigger reason to text in so you can let Jeremy know, give him all the ideas on what he could expect that Spokane has to offer, all the fun things.
Awesome. Jen, any recommendations?
You know, I actually had tickets to the first concert under the Pavilion last summer, and that got scrapped. So that's on my bucket list here because they're going to have the lights going with the music. I just think it's going to be so cool for Spokane.
Wait, the lights go with the music?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I mean, sign me up, right?
Yeah, I am in. Yeah.
I just think it's so cool. We're finding new uses for the Pavilion and highlighting Spokane. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, is the return of concerts.
Oh, love it, love it, love it. Should I talk about weather?
Yes, please.
Oh, all right.
Beautiful morning out there.
It is a beautiful morning out there, and that's just a great reason to get outside. It's a little bit chilly. I'm standing out here, it's at 30 degrees, and I'm going, slightly cold. I got to get this thing out of my pocket. Got it. There we go. 30 degrees early on this morning, and we're about there across much of the Inland Northwest. You're seeing temps dip down into the mid-20s in North Idaho, 24 in Moses Lake, and 31 as you make your way over toward Wenatchee this morning. But it's clear skies overhead for all of us. You saw that one cloud there for us here in Spokane. I can see that one cloud over there again, and it's making for a beautiful start to the day. That cloud just kind of silhouetted by the sunshine rising from down below. Those clouds are going to kind of dissipate overhead because we're under a ridge of high pressure that favors sinking air. Sinking air fights cloud formation. It says, nope, you're going to stay down there. Kind of. Anyway, as we get into the afternoon, all this sunshine is going to play a big role in what we see and what we feel down here on the ground. So by this afternoon, it's temps in the 50s. And not just by a little bit, we're up in the mid-50s later on today thanks to all of this sunshine. So my pro tip for you is to get outside in some way, shape, or form and enjoy this.
Well, I know that I'm going to be taking that advice, Jeremy, very much so, as soon as possible. Hey, in his first ever presidential address, President Biden announced a goal of a return to some semblance of normal life by the summer.
If we do our part, if we do this together, by July the 4th, there's a good chance you, your families and friends will be able to get together in your backyard or in your neighborhood and have a cookout and a barbecue and celebrate Independence Day.
We'll have more on that bill, plus when you can expect your stimulus check to hit your bank account.
And the Grammys are just a few days away.
There's going to be stages that are intricately designed to be socially distanced, but at the same time engaging with the people.
What you need to know for music's biggest night that you can see only this Sunday right here on KREM 2.